There's something different about people who grew up in the 1980s. Most people raised in the 80s look at today's world and feel like they've stepped onto a different planet. Not because they can't adapt, but because they remember something younger generations never experienced. A time so distinct that even decades later, you still hear things like, the 80s were the greatest decade to grow up. Or as one 80s kid put it perfectly, we had no seatbelts, no helmets, we didn't even lock the front door. You survived a childhood that would get parents in trouble today, and it didn't break you, it built you. Your brain developed during a rare window in history, and only now are psychologists starting to understand why growing up in the 80s shaped you so differently from those raised today. The first trait is something psychologists describe as hardwired confidence, or what I call a built-in mindset, and this was uniquely reinforced in the 80s. Think about the world you absorbed as a child. The Cold War was ending. The economy was rising. Rocky kept winning. The Goonies never said die. Every song on the radio pushed the same message. Fight for your right, take on the world, don't stop believing. The entire cultural atmosphere told you one thing: you can win. That's why today's doom-scrolling culture feels so foreign to you. Your baseline programming is optimism. You grew up fearless because the world convinced you there was something worth being fearless for. The second trait connects directly to that economic shift. You developed what researchers call latchkey autonomy, what you probably remember as being home alone and figuring things out yourself. Both parents working meant you walked into an empty house, made your own food, handled your responsibilities or ignored them, and shaped your own time without supervision. Children exposed to regular independence like this develop stronger internal drive and sharper decision-making. No one structured your day. No one tracked your progress. No one told you what came next. You built your own internal compass, and you still rely on it. That's why you can plan, adapt, and execute without needing approval. You were operating independently before you even understood what independence meant. The third trait is what researchers call an effort equals reward mindset, and it deeply shaped how you experience satisfaction. If you wanted to play a game, you saved money and went to the arcade. If you wanted your favorite song, you waited by the radio, ready to record it at the right moment. If you wanted a movie, you went to the rental store hoping it was still available. Nothing was instant. Everything required effort and timing. Studies show that people raised with delayed, effort-based rewards develop stronger impulse control and healthier dopamine regulation. Your brain learned that good things come from effort, not convenience. That's why instant gratification feels empty to you. Your reward system was built for pursuit, not shortcuts. When you wanted something, you went all in because you understood the cost. The fourth trait goes deeper. It explains why you stay calm in situations that overwhelm others. Researchers call it physical world confidence. You grew up in a tangible world. You owned real things: tapes, records, posters, collections. If something broke, it was gone. If you lent something out, you might never get it back. You understood loss. You understood value. And beyond that, you navigated life without GPS, without Google, without anyone tracking your location. You figured things out because you had no alternative. That kind of confidence doesn't fade. It becomes part of you. The fifth trait is especially powerful. Psychologists call it presence capacity, the ability to be fully engaged in the moment. The 80s were the last era before life became content. You weren't documenting moments. You weren't performing for an audience. You were just there, fully immersed, because there was nowhere else to be. You experienced life without constant digital distraction, which gave you deeper memories and stronger emotional presence. You weren't dividing attention between living and recording. You were completely in it. And that ability stayed with you. It's why you can sit still without anxiety. It's why you don't depend on constant stimulation. Your brain was trained in a world that demanded full attention, and it still operates that way. So when you look at today's world and feel out of place, understand this: you're not outdated. You carry traits that are becoming rare. What looks like stubbornness is actually self-reliance. What seems like resistance is experience. You were raised in freedom and you learned how to handle it. So yes, it makes sense that today's world feels unfamiliar because in many ways it is. You came from a time when childhood was physical, rewards were earned, and the future felt like something you could actually win. And that shaped who you are.